now it's Microsoft's turn in the hot seat. So a year with the Xbox One. Okay, first let's not talk about the launch of the system. We all know what happened there. We know that was just a disaster, okay? I think we can all agree on that. So what has Microsoft done in order to sort of, come back from that disastrous launch? Well, I want you to know something. A hell of a lot. I have never seen a company do such like a 360, man. Well, not a 360, be a 180 rather. I've never seen a company just do an about face and go in the complete opposite direction. Now, let's talk about a few things. Okay, their interface first off. They made some tweaks. Remember before if you watch my pre-existing video about the comparison between the user interface of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, there were a lot of weird things with the Xbox One. Like, I thought it was all over the place. I didn't like the fact that I just didn't, like, you couldn't easily manage your storage space. All of that's been fixed up. I love the fact that now that I've gotten used to the interface, that I can pin what I want to the dashboard. You can now very easily manage your content. It's a functional user interface, and I have gotten used to it. But I gotta admit, I don't know if I like it as much as the PlayStation 4, because with the PS4 I find it very clean. Especially since they updated the PS4 in terms so that there's not like this endless stream of content. I just find that it's very easy for me to get to what I want to do. With the Xbox One, I still find that unless you've pinned exactly what you want to the dashboard, it can still be a little bit cumbersome at times. But again, this is my own personal opinion. I'm sure you guys are going to have your own, and by all means I encourage you to share. Like I said with the PlayStation 4 video I did, this is going to be my feelings of 1 year with the platform, okay? So if I don't talk about certain features or whatever, it's primarily because I don't use them. And that is one of the big things with the Xbox One that I've noticed since launch. I have not used any of its features with the exception of Kinect. I've really enjoyed being able to turn my Xbox on and off through the Kinect. It's been practical, it's been useful, but I haven't done anything else with it, to be really honest. The games never really fully utilized it, and now they're pretty much never going to utilize it. Why I still have it connected, I don't really know anymore, because it's pretty much useless now. And that's one of the flip sides. That's one of the unfortunate side effects this generation of being a launch member of the Xbox One, and that is the fact that I paid $500, I believe it was $100 more than the PlayStation 4. I believe the PS4 was $400 and the Xbox One was $500. If I'm wrong with my prices, sorry. But anyways, the fact is that you can now buy an Xbox One for like $350, and it usually comes with a game. That's cheap. I mean, that's really cheap. That's $150 cheaper than what I paid. I'm not one of these people who's going to be bitter and like, oh, Microsoft. No, not at all. It's just that, it's unfortunate because I was enjoying Kinect and now it's pretty much useless. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to end up one of these days removing it and putting it back in its box, because it serves no purpose other than turning my system on and off. And even that can be done just as easily through my controller. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that that guy is most likely going to be put away in the most likely in the coming days, actually. So let's go back. So the interface, they fixed up a few things. Some of my issues I had, much like with the PlayStation 4, although I can't confirm this. See, this is what's interesting. With the PS4, I said about the multimedia features, and yet I might not talk so much about it on the Xbox One. And the reason for that is, I said I was nitpicking on the PlayStation 4 with it because my television has built-in multimedia function. So now I use my TV for, well, everything. If I want to connect an external hard drive to it, so be it, and I'll watch my stuff like that. But I don't know if the Xbox One actually is like the PS4 and can't play movies and everything from an external drive. So I can't comment. See, it's one of these things I haven't even tried, but I know with the PS4 it still doesn't do it because a friend of mine did try it. Something else. The Xbox One was updated to allow you to use an external hard drive with it. Now that's awesome. I have yet to buy an external drive for it because, as I mentioned in my last video, the majority of the games that I'm buying now are on the PlayStation 4 because they run at usually a better frame rate and or a higher resolution. Now, all that being said, that doesn't mean the Xbox One doesn't have any games. Au contraire. The Xbox One has been destroying it in terms of its exclusive games. Not only was there Titanfall when it was relatively new, the Xbox One, when Titanfall came out, everybody was all like, woo! Me personally, it was alright. It just wasn't for me. I don't know what, it just didn't appeal. It's like Steven often says, if a game doesn't hook him like really, early on, he just doesn't come back. Well, I'm a lot like that too. If a game just doesn't, if it's sort of like blasé or whatever, I won't go back to it. However, just recently, as I'm making this video, there has been 2 huge releases that have been, released. There was Sunset Overdrive, there's the Halo Master Chief Collection, there was also Forza Horizon 2. So there's actually 3 big exclusive games, and you know what? They need it right now. Now there's something I want to also mention, and that's the fact that for a long time now everyone's been talking like Microsoft is finished, they're dead, they're in the water, it's over. Guys, it's actually outselling the Xbox 360 if you compare time frames. It's just that the PS4 has been doing really well. So that's it. So no, the Xbox One is not going anywhere. Now, I really think it does have a bright future ahead of it, primarily because of the games. That's the one thing that Microsoft's been doing, they've been really good at. Killer Instinct's been a blast this year. I really enjoyed Crimson Dragon, although apparently I'm the only one in the world who did. And now I'm in the Master Chief Collection. That's awesome. That's for all you Halo fanatics out there. This is it. This is your game that you wanted. And you can now pick up the system for really, really cheap. And here, prediction time, I think next year you are going to see a completely remodeled Xbox One. And it will probably retail for $350. That's what I'm going for. I think Microsoft's going to want to get that price point to $300 as soon as they can, but I don't think we're there yet. I think they're going to launch a remodeled, a reskinned, a new SKU that will be smaller, thinner, lighter than the Xbox One, and I really, the current Xbox One, and I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't have anywhere near all the features and functions that the current Xbox One does, because nobody's using it. I don't know anybody who has got their system plugged into a satellite box, and if you do, wow, power to you. But I don't want to have to bypass like all my surround sound. Like it was stupid to me. I never got what they were trying to do. I mean, conceptually I got it, but I never wanted that. I like my setup the way I have my setup. I don't want to have everything all running through the Xbox One. It's just not what I wanted. The snap feature I haven't really used much, to be really honest with you. But what I have been using my Xbox One for are the games. It's exclusive content. Stuff like Dead Rising 3, the DLC that came out for the Dead Rising 3 was great. Steven and I had a blast with that. And we just got to get together so that we can actually go through maybe Halo 1 or something like that with the Master Chief Collection, because I know we would have a blast with that. And I know we'd have a blast with Sunset Overdrive. And that's the thing with Microsoft. That's all win, man. That's all win. That's all good stuff. And I think next year with a new SKU, they could potentially really bring it back to Sony. And it's just, I don't know what's coming in terms of games. It should be interesting to see. But I really do think that Microsoft is giving it their all. They realize they really screwed up with the launch of this platform, and I think now they're like, okay, we really have to, focus on the games and bring this to the gamers. And that's exactly what they're doing. And in this first year, it's really shown. It really has shown that they're serious about this. They want to bring this to Sony, and just the games that have come out for this holiday season have been amazing. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. And I really do think my big prediction for this platform is that next year we are going to have a remodeled Xbox One that will retail for $350, and you'll be able to get it below $300 by the holiday next year, you know, Black Friday and things like that, because already you can buy it for around $325 with a game. So that's what I'm predicting they're going to do, and I think, honestly, I would not be surprised if they start packing in digital codes for the Master Chief Collection. And if my hard drive space runs out, I'm perfectly set. I just go buy an external hard drive, and hey, boom, I'm good to go. Save all my games to the external hard drive, and I can keep them forever. And that's exactly what I plan to do. So that's pretty much, in a nutshell, my first year with the Xbox One. It was some heavy disappointment at first, but it's slowly evolved to where it is right now, which has been, I've been really enjoying my time with the system. I haven't played on it as much as with the PS4, but what I have played has been all exclusive titles, and they've been really, really good. So how have you enjoyed the first year with your Xbox One? Have you been enjoying games with gold? I know I have. Been some really good titles on that. And what about the future? What do you think is going to happen now with the Xbox One? And yeah, so what are some of the pros and cons that you guys have enjoyed for the Xbox One year one? Let me know. And I hope you've enjoyed this three-part sort of mini-series looking at all three of the next-gen consoles. And I think I'm going to be doing this from here on out. Every November, I'll take a look and see how the previous year sort of evolved the platform. So the Xbox One year one, it's pretty incredible because the system that I bought at launch a year ago now pretty much isn't the same platform that it is today. It has been dramatically reshaped, remarketed, and it's an entirely different beast. So thanks for joining, everybody, and by all means leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.